How's it going, everyone? Josh with Stabil Fit Life, and welcome back. In today's video, we're going to go over the Bells of Steel adjustable kettlebell. So let's go over the Bells of Steel adjustable kettlebell. Alright, so if you guys seen my content or YouTube videos, shorts, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, doesn't matter. You may have seen me utilize these kettlebells. And I've been training with these kettlebells for just under a year now. And these are the only kettlebells that I use. Even though I have a bunch of other kettlebells, alright, these are my go-to, these are my favorite. And I just love the adjustability factor of them. Alright, so these are pro competition style kettlebells. Very great, a lot different from your hard style kettlebells. The handle is very, very smooth, and it just feels so much easier. Just glides to your hand better, and I just prefer using these over the hard style. Even though there's nothing against the hard style, I still use them in my training today. It's just I prefer these. It just feels better on my hands. All right. But the reason why I went with the adjustable kettlebells is because it gets a little pricey when you start buying a lot of them, and especially in pairs. I know in the beginning, old school method was buy 3 and just stick with that. Work with your single arm techniques before you start going into double kettlebell. Hopefully by that time you save enough money in your budget to buy more. But if you can see here, I train clients here. So I have a bunch of kettlebells, pairs, but I wanted to have my own that I travel with, do things with, and of course always wanted to buy the competition kettlebells. But again, I was going to end up forking another 3, 4, 5, maybe even 7, depending on the company I'm going to, if I wanted to buy pairs of these. So I was like, what is the other option for me? Bells of Steel had an adjustable kettlebell, and the reason why I went with them is because they had an increment plates, which I'll show you here shortly. So it just made it easier for you to progress with the weight rather than having a 5 to 6 pound jump in between the kettlebell weights, which is tough to move up in weight, especially if that's the goal. All right, so let's bust this thing open and I'll show you what's inside. So busting this thing open, your kettlebell will come with 2 set of tools here. Allen key and also a nice little wrench. So use the Allen key to remove the bolt from the bottom. Once the bolt's removed, move this lower half of the shell, and you have your weights inside here. Loosen that up. I got the bolt out. Remove the bolt and all the plates that come inside. Once the kettlebell is open, you'll notice has 2 bolts in this one. Okay, so the bolt inside will allow you to adjust the weights inside. Some people like them in the middle, some people like them in the far end. Honestly, it doesn't matter. When I've been using this again for just under a year now, and regardless if the weight's in the middle or at the end, it doesn't affect how the kettlebell performs in your hand. All right, but I know a lot of people are particular where they want their weights, and it's fine. Again, there's no difference at all. So without the weights, you're 12 kilograms for your kettlebell. All right, and then the weights that it comes with, 2 kilogram here, 2 kilogram there, 4 kilogram there, 3, 1 kilogram, 0.5, another 2, another 3, and another 4. So when you're looking at a total weight, 12 kilograms all the way up to just over 30 kilograms. And one thing I love about the Bells of Steel adjustable kettlebell is these weights right here. You have 1 kilogram as well as 0.5. So it allows you to go up small increments of weight in your training. So if you're trying to go from that 24 kilogram to 32 kilogram or even higher, this is how you can do it rather than making those big significant jumps that you typically see in your hardstyle kettlebells. So once you've picked out your weights that you want to put in your kettlebell, let's put it together. So I like to start out with this cone-shaped weight here, which is 2 kilogram. So we have 12 kilogram with just a shell. Add a 2, looking at 14. Add another 2, 16. We add the 4, 20. Then we added 3, 23. And then the 1 kilogram, 24. Place the bolt here. Spit it on. Tighten it up. Put the bottom on. And close the bolt. Put it on nice and snug. There you have it. So, when it comes to this type of adjustable kettlebell, of course, the pros is you get to have from 12 kilograms all the way up to 30 plus kilograms with a kettlebell. So imagine having two pairs. That's a lot of kettlebells that you have to buy to match this, right? But the cons are it may take some time for you to figure out the weights that you need to put in here, adjust it, get it right, and go again. So which takes you about 1 to 2 minutes adjusting the kettlebell yourself. But my experience, once you have the kettlebell set up, and I'm talking about the bolts here, especially that last bolt or the first bolt that's already inside the kettlebell, once you have that set up first and you're able to pick the weights you want, you're typically going to be training within a certain range for a while. So switching them out all the time, you may not have to, especially if you have pairs. Like you can set one to one weight, have the other one at a different weight, especially if you're not using double kettlebells yet. This is a great way to do that. But if you're doing double kettlebells, like I am in my training, I usually just set it to one weight. Right now it's currently set to 24 kilograms. And then if I wanted to do something quickly, or let's say if I was running out of time, that's when I would grab one of my hardstyle. But let's say for one of you out there, if you have this, again, utilize it as your rest break. Take that minute or two to adjust the weights, put it back, and boom, you go right back at it again. So it's not that big of a deal, to me anyway, to make that adjustment if you need to. And I love these kettlebells. They're great. Once again, I still use these in my training today, and you can see those videos that I post out here frequently. But again, these are the Mark Wildman style adjustable kettlebells. The difference between this and the regular bells of steel, couldn't really tell you. But one thing you do get with the Mark Wildman set is you get the weights. I believe the original bells of steel adjustable kettlebell did not come with the incremental plate, but now they do offer it. But you also get the bells of steel flag in the back, as well as, bring these out, you get the kettlebell wrist wraps from Bells of Steel as a set with the Mark Wildman edition. But again, if you're trying to get into kettlebells, I highly suggest you go on the adjustable kettlebell route just because of the budget-friendly options. Right? You think about kettlebells, they're going to last forever, probably way beyond my freaking life, right? But this is a great tool to have. You can do a lot of things with this, and just like in the core pattern videos that I've talked about in previous videos, Think about the squat, hinge, unilateral, horizontal push-pull, vertical push-pull, and transitional. This is by far all you really need to make fitness sustainable for you, especially if you're trying to buy equipment for your home or home gym. Review helped you out. Again, this is what I use currently in my training today and still do today. But if you have any questions about the adjustable kettlebell from Bells of Steel, please comment below and get your questions answered. If you would like a coupon code for this adjustable kettlebell on Bells of Steel, that coupon code will be in the description below. We just got approved from the affiliate program, so if you want to take advantage of that discount code. So I love these kettlebells. I use them daily, and you can see the scuff marks on them. All right, they are used, so they're not fresh out the box. I'm not putting this little review together because someone asked me to. No, I use products. I give you a good review on them, and it's up to you if you want to make that decision to buy them or not. But I feel like the adjustable kettlebells is the way to go, especially if you're new or especially if you're trying to buy equipment for yourself. You can do a lot with these, and of course, 12K up to 30K. You can't beat that at all. So if you have any questions, please put in the comment section below. But have a stable, fit life, and I'll see you in the next video.